All right, welcome back to the NCAA 2014 season preview. I'm John.
I'm Bobby.
I'm Josh.
And right now we're going to look at the Western Showdown. We're going to look at the conferences that are on the western part of the United States. So we'll look at Mountain West,
The most important.
and Pac-12. And so let's talk about, first of all, the most important conference, Mountain West first. And let's start with the Mountain Division. We've got Boise State. They should be at the top of the pile. Their initial rankings are not strong.
They're 39th in the nation. Isn't that bad, but it's really, as we were saying earlier, with the playoff system, it's hard if you're ranked that high. I'm not saying Boise State is going to go undefeated or anything. I'm just saying any team that's not already ranked in the top 25, that's not in a BCS conference, is going to struggle already.
Sure.
But I'm still looking for Boise State to have a good season. I know the pressure's on our new coach, Ryan Carson.
Yeah.
That's tough because Chris Peterson, he had a winning era when most of his games was like 80 absurd percent.
But Boise's got a lot of returning starters,
We do.
so they should be strong in that respect. Quarterback, and yeah, I mean, a good quarterback.
Turnovers.
Good quarterback.
He
Yeah,
has
sure.
turnovers.
He does have some. They said that what they probably their greatest weakness would be depth, I would say, and that can hurt. As soon as you get injuries, that hurts you bad.
Who was the quarterback again? Hedrick, right?
Grant Hedrick.
Hedrick, yeah.
Because
And we also have our power running back. I read articles they think he could be one of the best in the nation.
Well, okay. The one other team to mention as far as the Mountain West, as far as the Mountain Division, I would say would be Utah State.
Utah State.
They've got Keaton as the quarterback, and he's a great quarterback.
He is.
I think they went 9-5 last year. They beat Northern Illinois,
Yeah.
right, in the bowl game.
Jordan Lynch.
So Jordan Lynch.
Yeah.
So it's a team to be reckoned with. I think.
Yeah, I think so. Especially with that quarterback with Keaton having some experience, they've got some real potential.
So it'll
there.
probably be a battle between Utah State and Boise State.
But I wouldn't count out Fresno State. Now, I know
West side.
that Carr is
That brings us into
gone.
the West. Carr's
Oh,
gone.
I'm sorry.
That's
We're
okay.
going to the West.
Yeah, hop in there.
I just don't want to say it's just give it right to the East just yet, because I think that Fresno could have a say in things. I know Carr, blah, 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 but I think it's part of a system. They were number one in passing yards last year.
Well, a big part of that was Harper is his receiver, and he's there. So yeah.
I would say I wouldn't be really worried about Fresno State as much as I have San Diego State. He's had Boise State's number a lot, and they're not necessarily a striking, throwing the ball everywhere team. They're just more of a good defense, good offense, and they just play.
Yeah, and San Diego gets no respect either, right? 2 years in a row they beat Boise State, the flagship program of the conference, and yet no love. I think it's a consistent program. I think that's another team you've got to be aware of.
How about Nevada in there?
I still think they're struggling to. After Colin Kaepernick left,
Yeah.
Does Kaepernick have any brothers or anything that can get in the fight?
Yeah. Okay, let's move along out of the Mountain West and move further over to the western coast and to the Pac-12. Let's talk about the North first. To me, probably the stronger part of the conference is the North. You've got Stanford, a real powerhouse that's still there. They're going to be playing some tough games this season. They're going to be playing Washington, Oregon, UCLA.
And all away. Washington, Oregon, and
That's a good
UCLA
point.
all away.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow.
That'll test them. That'll test them for sure. They are powerful on defense. They were last year. They expect to be this year. I guess the real question would be how they're going to do on offense.
Sure.
They've got some receivers. I would say that. So, what do y'all think?
I mean, I think it's hard to go against Stanford. The only thing I'm throwing in there is what can Oregon do? If Oregon can go into week 2, beat Michigan State, I'm taking Oregon all the way in the Pac-12, but it's really a toss-up for me. I mean, Stanford for the past couple of years has given Oregon trouble, so
Well, I think I agree with the question with Oregon would be, they got Mariota back.
Sure.
He's a great quarterback. But as far as their running game, not sure what that's going to be. Like you said, though, that they make all kinds of holes, and,
Sure.
and so anybody can run. They'll get somebody's grandmother to run.
How about UCLA? They're ranked in the top 10 in the beginning of the season. You can't just put them out of the picture.
No, I think that is my sleeper team, and they're in the South.
Wait, but they're in the South.
They're in the South.
We're moving on to the South. Yeah, but because we still got Washington.
Yes.
What, Chris Peterson's in there.
That's
What is that going to mean? All right, will Chris Peterson bring what it takes? Because Washington has struggled in the past,
Sure,
even with good talent, they have struggled in the past. Can Peterson turn that program around? Yeah.
I think Peterson brings excitement, and I think he'll get an upset game or two in there. think it'll be one big spoiler game. It could be a Stanford, could be a Maryland, I don't know. But I think he's going to get one of them. And I think he's going to spark some excitement into Washington. He's going to bring recruiting.
Obviously, I don't think they're ready to win yet. Like when the
Well, I mean, but they've got Tyler Miles as quarterback, and he is a good quarterback. Basically, Peterson took most of his coaching staff with him and some players. So yeah, I mean, he's set up. I think he's comfortable where he is, even though he's in a new venue. But okay, let's move along to the South since Josh wanted to jump there so bad. Talk about UCLA.
The only real team in the South that I put like as a competitor in the whole conference is UCLA.
Okay.
I like that. I think UCLA could be a spoiler for the whole conference. And the reason why is I think quarterback play. I think Brett Hundley, I saw him pound Virginia Tech. But not just that, he is a solid quarterback, a potential sleeper for the Heisman. So I think you got to look out for UCLA. I think they've got a strong defense as well. So
UCLA has some tough away games as well.
They're on the South Conference, but they're still
including
playing
Texas and somebody. That's right.
Stanford,
Yes.
Washington, and Oregon.
Yeah.
And Texas is their first real.
USC. Do we need to mention USC?
No.
I mean, new coaching staff. They're
How are they
definitely
ranked?
rebuilding, and they're ranked high though. I don't understand that. They're in the top 20.
they're ranked by based on
They're always ranked in the top 20. I don't know what it is. And, you know, sometimes they're ranked number 1 at the beginning of the season, and then they're like 50 at the end. So who knows why they do that? Arizona State's also in that conference, and so you know they show some potential.
They
say,
once
oh,
again, Arizona State's problem, I think, is just lack of discipline when they're playing football. They have talent, obviously, just they never seem to get it done.
One team that we might sleep on is Arizona. Remember, they had some moments last year, down moments, but then they also had some big
Do they
moments.
still have their running back?
I am not sure, but I know that they've got their, the coach who used to be Rich Rodriguez at Oregon and grew up at Michigan. I think he's got the potential to recruit there and do well. So Arizona's a team that could pop in the picture there down the road.
All right. Well, that's our Western Showdown. Stay tuned. We have more previews to come.